Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where on this channel, I help travel advisors grow their business with tips, trainings, and supplier walkthroughs to make bookings easier and more exciting. And tonight, we're doing a full walkthrough of Cunard Cruise Line, one of the most iconic and traditional cruise brands in the world. I'm going to show you what makes Cunard different, how to navigate their offerings, and some of the key features that you can use to better serve your clients. If you're joining me live, go ahead and drop a hey in the chat. I want to see that you are here. And of course, if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and comment hashtag replay so that I know that you stopped by. Now, before we get started, and I'm removing all this fancy stuff off your screen, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button and make sure you turn on that bell so you'll get notifications when I go live. All right, so I'm already logged into Cunard because I just started there, but I'm going to tell you exactly how to get there if you've never been here before. Cunard is actually ran by one source here. You can find them in the travel cafe in your back office. If to register with them, all you have to do is go to the supplier request form in the travel cafe and then click on one source and fill out the form. But they actually host several different vendors inside of them. We have Princess, Holland, Seabourn, and Cunard. And tonight I'm going over Cunard because it is just something that a lot of people don't know about. This cruise line is more of like a luxurious cruise line. It also has a lot of British ties to it. So their ships are called like Queen Mary, Queen Elizabeth, and a lot of what goes on in their ship is based off of British culture, heritage, etc. So it's a fancier England kind of cruise line. So I really like them, and we're gonna dive deep. Now, on the first page here, you can see it looks like Princess a little bit, right? Everything in here is basically the same as Princess, but when you go down, you can see how they have the Academy. This is how we book. It's called Polar Online. They also can do air fare in there too, and they also do an upgrade program, but we're going to continue and just go through the tabs here, okay? Starting off with the first one we have here is their training. So they actually do have a Cunard Academy. Once you complete the Cunard Academy, you can qualify for a free Commodore graduation voyage. They do have newsletters for us as well. The newsletters, you can easily send those to your clients like this. And these are just, we get the free newsletter and branch up, right? You can attach something like this in Cunard if you want to start pushing it. Because guys, this is a luxurious cruise line. They also do a lot of bonus commissions and stuff. So basically what I'm trying to say is they make money here at Cunard, okay? That's what we're going for, all right? Now, continuing. So they have the Cunard Academy. We already went over that, the Cunard newsletters, and then they also do live trainings. So here is the Cunard Experience Training Series. If you are actually going to book a Cunard cruise, I would suggest going over this just a little bit before you get into actually booking the cruise. Let me tell you why. So yes, you can go through the Academy and go through all of that too, but this is like a shortened version of it. Here, they tell you about the different ships. We have Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mary II, Queen Victoria. They also are going to tell you about the world of drinks. They have like a whole series of different cocktails and stuff. Like this is like a culture, historic. You're going to learn something. You're going to eat good food. You're going to drink wine. That's this, okay? Continuing. They have the Britannia. I can never say this word. You know what? They have this experience, okay? This is like the superb deluxe experience. And then they have the grill suites experience. Okay, well, they have 3 different types of suites. So they have a grill suite, they have a queen suite, they have a princess grill suite. Like they have different, and they come with different perks, basically. So depending on which one you're getting for your client that fits in their budget, watch this video so you can tell them exactly what to expect, right? Now, they also have stuff included like Wi-Fi and things like these in these packages, so they actually are pretty beneficial. Then they have dining, so you can learn more about the food they have on the ships and the entertainment. I will say they do a lot of lectures and art and just like different, it's not like Carnival or Royal Caribbean, okay? You can't go on there and start dancing and twerking, whatever. They're not going to do that here. They're going to have like romantic ballroom settings, all of that, okay? Now, we have went through the training side here. So go get certified with them, right? Get your free cruise. And then let's go to sales and marketing. So they have a lot of good stuff in sales and marketing. First, one of my favorite things when cruise lines do this, they put all of the information for us right here. This is where we spend most of our times. So Best Buys and TA rates, this is going to give you the TA rates for whatever ship that you're looking for. You can see what the rates are for travel advisors right here. Then they have this week's best buys. I like this because this can save you a lot of time. Like if you know exactly when they want to go, you can get the dates right here, and it's telling you this week is the best buy to best buy this ship right here. Like we like that. Save you some time. Love that. Moving on. They also do current promotions. They actually have a long promotion. They don't do them like every month. Like, look at this, September 4th through November 11th. You can easily schedule that out for several months, right? And then up to $400 onboard credit. This includes the gratuities, and then as well includes drink package when booked with any grill suite. Nice. So you can push this out, and it tells you when it's available. They also give you banners. They also have a sailing soon savings. So if they do something like that, they have that disclaimer. So that's where you find the current promotions. Makes it easier for us because we always have to schedule this stuff out, right? Marketing materials. So they have brochures and more that you can access the e-catalog so you can download them. They also have photos, videos, and more. But fun fact, guys, you have to actually register with them and create an entire database right here. Click on that. Then it takes 24 hours for you to get approval after you register for it, but then you can access it. Now, you know how Disney has that thing where you can only share Disney stuff? So does Cunard. Travel advisors use only these images found in our approved lifestyle imagery folder on the asset bank. So make sure that you're using what's inside of Cunard when you are promoting them. Next. So destinations. I like this tab too. I want to show you this one because a lot of the times travel advisors, when they come to me and they're like, I don't know which cruise line, where are they going? That's where they go, right? Cunard goes all over the place. So it's actually a really good cruise line to suggest to people that are maybe older, they want to explore the world. That's who this is focusing on, okay? So they go to the transatlantic crossings. That's going to go all through, right? It's like a river, but not exactly a river ship kind of deal. Caribbean, Alaska, Canada, New England, Asia, Europe, Mediterranean, Australia, New Zealand, and World Cruises. World Cruises is great for people who are retired. It's going to go to all these different ports, and they're normally like 21, 26, 20, 30, 40, 50 days. Okay? That's a world cruise. They like those. Then they even go through the Panama Canal. This is very popular for older people too. They like the Panama Canal, so you can offer this to them. And then South America even. So you guys can see they go all over. They go everywhere you could possibly think. So it's a good cruise to suggest to people who aren't looking to just party. Maybe they want to go and like relax and learn and just have a good, nice, quiet vacation. There we go, Cunard Cruise Line. So continuing. Now, ships and on board. So they have the ship information. They're going to have the onboard experience that can tell you. I like to use these for clients. You can easily push this out, use it as an article, send this kind of information to your clients. They do have some teen stuff, so you can still have people that have kids. They do have youth teen programs, and they also have a Kennels at Sea program. Did you guys know that? Comment below. Did you know that you could bring a dog on a cruise? Comment. Actually, a lot of people don't know this. There are a few cruise lines that allow you to bring a dog. So if you have somebody who doesn't want to leave their dog at home, guess what? Kennels at Sea. That's pretty cool, right? So you guys can learn more about that. And then they have the Wine Academy. So if you have somebody that likes to drink a lot of wine, suggest Cunard. Onboard drinking program. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this onboard drinking program. It doesn't work the same as most cruise lines. It actually covers the entire family. So if you buy it, everybody has to buy it. And it's not just for alcohol. It includes like the regular beverages, soda, whatever. And on top of that, if you buy it before you arrive, you get a 10% discount instead of buying it on the ship. So if you have clients that want to purchase the drink package, tell them, buy it now, okay? And then they have the app called My Cunard. So after they purchase their cruise, go in there, download the app so they can set up everything. Now, like I said, it includes soft drinks, specialty hot drinks, premium beers, wine, spirits, and then they have a whole entire wine collection as well. All right. Now, continuing. So they have this whole thing here. We don't really need these parts, right? But if you click on the view all, I like to show this because it has a lot of stuff that people don't typically know about cruise lines or Cunard in general. So they do have a promo compatibility area. So you can check and see if a promo might exist on one cruise line or the other. You can see if they have anything like it. Okay. On top of that, they have cruise sales. So you guys can have the tools to promote your next cruise. They do airfare. I'll show you guys a little bit about that today. And then group sales, if you need that. but what we really want to see is the bottom part here. Cunard Care. So this is going to be all of their travel protection that they offer. It's only one travel protection, okay? It's only one option for travel protection. And all you have to do is just click standard and that's it. But if you need to know what's included on here, go ahead and take a look there. And then they also have the Cunard World Club. So the Cunard World Club is actually going to be a reward program for Cunard. After their first voyage, they automatically get enrolled into the World Club. And then the more days or more cruises they take, then that's how they build up as they go. And let me explain, because not everybody's going to cruise with Cunard like 6 times a year, but they might go on a Cunard cruise that is 21 days long. So that still adds up to it. And then too, they have a lot of loyalty benefits and then the membership levels. So if you go to silver, you get the basics, gold, platinum. Platinum, you're saving on laundry and luggage, priority check-in, selected ports, complimentary wine tastings. So it's like an advantage that once you're on a Cunard, you're going to want to do it again because of the perks, basically. And I've always read so far that once you take a Cunard cruise, you don't want to go with any other cruise line. Here's a great advantage to sell to your clients as well. All right, let me go back. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. Oh, yes. So hotel packages, you guys, they sometimes will offer the ability to put a hotel and a transfer together. They will call it a deviation where they just do the transfers. But sometimes they will offer a package. I haven't seen it on every cruise, but if it's far off enough, they can offer that, and then they'll combine it all together for you. You like that? They do have a shareholder onboard credit program, so you guys can basically automated way for guests to validate their holdings and request onboard credits. So if anybody is actually a shareholder of Cunard, they have that. And then CLIA. We just went over CLIA. So if you guys have CLIA and you put that in, log it in, you guys get a CLIA bonus menu and bonus memo and bonus commission on certain voyages, and they have it listed here for you. You like that, right? So that is all really for the cells and tools and all of that. Next part we have is the booking tools. We'll go to the book cruises in a few minutes. We are going to actually do a group cruise and a regular cruise today, and I'm going to talk about flights. But I'm going to show you a few more things and then we'll get into that. The self-service forms are great. A lot of people don't use this, but if you ever have an issue with your cruise, go here first before you call them, because a lot of the stuff can be done on your own, like an itinerary deviation request. If your client chooses to deviate from the cruise by embarking on a later date or disembarking early, so you have where they can do a deviation. Future cruise credit, you can do that, and then even a refund inquiry. So you guys can go in here and just take a look at those if you ever need them. And then there's a Cunard Answers tab here, guys, but you have to create a whole login for it. And I've never done that before. And every time I do it, it does something weird and just like pops back and forth. If you need help, what do I tell you guys? With every cruise line, if you need, even VAX, I don't care who it is, land, whatever. If you need help, just call them. Don't sit here and drive yourself crazy trying to do something for like 6 hours and you could just call them and let them do it themselves. They don't take your commission for calling them. They help you for free, okay? So get on the phone, ask for help, all right? Now, let's get in here and let's book some cruises. So it's very easy to use. I clicked on book and manage cruises, so it's going to bring me to this area here. Here you can actually go in and do the regular booking. You can manage a booking, and you can also create a group, view your group, or even search for a group. They do have exclusive offers for passengers, but this is going to populate in here once you search for it, okay? So create a booking is the first place I'm going to go. And we have the passenger club numbers as the first option. This is the World Club. This is what they're a part of. If you can't figure out what their club number is, but they've been on our Cunard Cruise Line, you can easily search them by the phone number, and it will populate here. They're going to show us complete air, but you actually have to book the air outside of the package, and it will pull it back in, okay? Now, add an offer code. If you get any offer codes, make sure that they're commissionable, because a lot of the times they aren't, but they have an option for you. Home city. Today I already have something in here. Okay, fine. Let's just go in here. Now, I will tell you, when you're looking up these cruises, guys, they go by like airport codes, most of them here. So I'm going to type in Miami just to see what we can find. MIA. All right. If you know the ship already and you know which voyage it is, it's going to have a voyage number. You can put that in there. but today we don't know that. I'm going to do something a little bit further out, but you have to write, like, let's just say 01 of March, and then let's do 26. Okay. We don't know the ship, but if you do, and then the stateroom, we're going to just do a balcony. And for today, we have 2 people, and we don't know any of that stuff. So search by date. All right. Now, you can see that it pulled up a lot of stuff. That's because when Cunard leaves Miami, they only have 3 itineraries, and it's 9, 21, and 26 or something like that. I've had to search this up before. And like only certain cruise ships leave out of certain ports. So Miami is like a long one. They do have some short cruises, but a lot of it's going to be like longer. So let me show you. Okay. So right here we have Miami to Miami. This right here is where you can find out where they're leaving and departing from. Okay. Now you're going to see as well that they have the ship names, they have the dates, they have the dining availability. This is probably basically, we'll have to check at the times and stuff because this is their code. And then this is the voyage number for this ship. Okay. Now we are going to go to the Miami. They have a 21-day or they have a 9-day. We are definitely doing the 9-day because we ain't got all that time. This is the itinerary: Turks and Caicos, Montego Bay, Belize. This is actually a nice cruise. I'm not going to lie to you. So there's that. Like that. Thank you. So how do we get to it? We picked it up here, and then we're going to scroll down. These are all of the categories that they have for this cruise ship. We don't really need to know that, but thank you. Now we're going to hit save and continue. All right, now we have all the different ships open. This is group pricing. We're not looking at that. We're going to look at this right here. And if they have anything extra, it'll tell us as well. But what I want you to pay attention to is the status of this. So how it has W, that means it's not available. It's waitlisted. And then you see this one, how it says closed. That means that there's none available. So you don't want to ever pick anything like that. We're going to just get us a little balcony here. You can see the balcony, the regular one, is closed. So this one's waitlisted. This one's waitlisted. So let's see. You guys, I guess the Cunard's selling out, guys. We got to get on Cunard because people are booking, and that's not really that bad. All right. So one left. Thank you. Now, I don't know exactly what all of these categories, I'm not going to even pretend what I know all these categories. You asked me about Royal Caribbean, Carnival, I could tell you all day, but we're just going to have to go take a look at the room, okay? We're going to have to get in here. Now, you can see the promotion in here too is N1B. You can actually find out about that at the bottom here. Oh, look, they have stuff right here for us. Category descriptions, and then here is, look, the description for the promo. N1B, explore with more. Gratitudities included. Like that, plus onboard credit is what that means. Nice. Okay, cool. And then, like I said, category descriptions, they have it here. So you can take a look, which is good because we didn't even know what ours was. Wow. Forward, aft. Aft is the back of the ship. Forward's the front. Midship, okay? Partially obstructed view. So pay attention to that when you guys are looking at the one that we're picking. Today, obviously, we don't really care. We're just picking one that's available, right? Thank you. Now, everything's cool down here. If you guys want to look at fare comparisons or anything, you can click on that, but we're going to hit save and continue. Now, in here, we have 2 options. So you can see right now it says no air. You can add the air right here, but I know this is going to populate in a different window, and I don't have a way to stick it in there. Let me see if I can share. Yeah. Oh, no. All right. Let's see. Replace, share. Yeah. All right. Looks a little funny, but there we go. So you have to actually pull it out in order to book it. Fun fact. And when you do it, I've done this before, and you go through the whole thing, it actually doesn't make you pay. It'll add it to it. So you just go through, find the flights that you want. It'll tell you too. This flight doesn't match with the cruise line. Like when it's arriving, leaving, it tells you. So that's nice. But honestly, I feel like they're a little bit more pricier for it. So if there's not a promotion, I would honestly suggest going outside of Cunard and getting flights unless there's a promo like airfare for free. They do that a lot. So just check on that, okay? Let me go back. Replace, window, Cunard. All right. Now, continue. So let's just say in this example, we went ahead and did that. Once you have it all set up, it'll switch to airfare, yes. Cunard, right here. You can go in here and you can pick one. If they have a waiver for their insurance, they can get it. But honestly, just if they add it, if they don't. But let's look at this price for, let me show you. Hold on. Where's it at? Cunard Care. It's $154. 10 Lake is cheaper, so check on that one. Okay. But they have it in here. All right. Now, for today, we'll just leave it in here. Here's the promotion again, and then these are the categories included. Basically, this is different promo types, and it can tell you what's involved. So if you see this and you're like, how do I know what? Okay, look it up right there for you. I love that because a lot of times they don't tell us, right? So here is the total pricing. There's any offer codes again, you can put it there, but they have it in here. Look at that base fare. Oof, this is expensive. All right, Cunard Care right there. Gross. This then we don't care about any of that, but this part is important. Onboard credit, $200 onboard credit. That's really good actually, and it comes with the gratuities and all of that included too. That's not bad. All right, so let's go down here. So the total net payment due, wow, is only, we don't want net, we want gross because that includes our commission. $3,900 right there. That's not bad. For a 9-day cruise for 2 people, including the onboard gratuities, right? And they get $200 onboard credit. And you're going to get right here. This is the standard right here. And then they do a 5% bonus. So we get 15% commission. We're getting $410. That's not bad at all. Wow. I'm okay. All right. Now, if they have a future cruise credit, you see this right here? Future cruise credit, you could put it in here. So maybe they have attended before and they want to put a deposit down. Basically, I'm going to explain that to you. Anytime you guys have people that go on cruise lines, a lot of the times at the end of the cruise, they will go, hey, do you want to go on another cruise? Put a deposit down and you can da-da-da-da. Okay? That automatically links back to you. I don't know if you know that or not. So I've had it to where this lady, she goes on a Princess. She goes on Princess every year. And I didn't know that. But here, every time when she comes, I'm like, oh, yeah, you got another cruise. Let's go. Right? So pay attention to that. Ask them, do you have a future cruise credit if they've ever been on the cruise? They'll tell you right away, I need to add that. You can do that in here. Whether you booked it or not, you can go in there and add the future cruise credit. Okay? Continuing. All right. So you see this at the bottom right here before I go any further? This is the travel packages. I don't think they're going to have any available. Normally they have it, it'll look like this. Yep, you see how it says into file reach? That means they don't have it. But when I try to click it, let's see. Here we go. Bring me back. No, it's not going to work. If they have it available, they will have, it will tell you it's available there, okay? But they don't have it for this one. There's the Cunard Complete Air. If you click on that, it's going to bring you back out. But after that, you just go in there and then read the important requirements. I'll tell you something about Princess. A lot of their promos only include 2 people. So if you add a third person, I would consider the same thing for Cunard. You add a third person, make sure that they're either included or you add the package of whatever that's not included for them to all get the same stuff, okay? But it'll tell you assistant requirements. If you need assistant, you have to tell them in advance. We blah, blah, blah. Okay, insurance. We already did that. Cool. Thank you. And then if you want to upgrade, it'll tell you you can. But we're just going to hit save and continue. And then we have to go in here and actually pick the room. Now, here are all of the locations. So these are all located in the back of the ship. That's great. Tells us what's included in the room, balcony. But if we didn't want to pick them, just come down here and click guarantee. Thank you. If you know the cabin and you want to request one, you can do so here. And it'll tell you which closest the cabin is available because basically you can go in and put them next to each other if you're booking more than one person. Then we have this part here for a fully accessible or not single whatever side approach. You can request that in here as well. Continuing. Then you just check out. That's it. First and last, the club numbers here. Birth dates here, standard care, first and last name. And if they want different beds, it's pretty nice, right? Pay attention to this too. Auto upgrade. Do not upgrade. You have to check and make sure they want to upgrade, okay? And then lastly, travel with ID. If you have people who are in a family and they already are traveling and they have their set up, they can create one or you can put in an existing one. And this will make it to where they all dine together. Nice. All right. Then after that, you book now. So obviously, too, they don't ever pay up front when it's at least 90 days out. They have time to do deposit. So I could technically just go in here with names and date of birth, book now, and then take their deposit later, and they're good to go. But that's it. That's all you have to do. And after you get to that first setting screen where it shows the price, you can honestly just quote from right there. I don't really see too many spots to send a quote, but if you wanted to, I would create my own quote. I wouldn't send a quote from here. But if you wanted to, I'm sure you could just go in there and highlight the information. Okay? That's how you book Cunard. It's very easy. I don't think it's bad at all. But let's go do a group cruise real quick. So, exit. booking manage again. And then we're going to do create a group. This one's even easier. All you actually have to really know is the dates. That's really all you need for it. You can technically go in there and find the ship and all of that, but if you put in the date, it'll populate which ships are available. So let's just pick some dates here. Of April of 26th. See how I do that abbreviation? Make sure y'all do it that way, okay? If you know the voyage number, you can put that in there. But here's the options. Those are really only ships they have, but let's just say Queen Mary 2. All right, now we have the ship requested. We have 17-night cruise is the one we happen to just pick. Find the cruise before you do this, obviously. And then right here, it can tell you what rooms they have available. And they are so expensive, but it's 17 nights. Okay. So you have to have a actual minimum of 10 berths on this one, which is 10 cabins. Normally it is 8 cabins for most cruise lines, but this one requires 10. So getting 10, we have to come in here. Let's stay 4, 4, and then 2. All right, now we have 10. Now we have it set up. You're good to go. Click this little part right here for a recap so that you can get a printout. We like that. And then add and modify amenities. This is the promo code that this is booked under. You can see it right here. Promo codes, not amenity codes. You will technically get an amenity code once you book it. You have to distribute all of the amenity codes before the 25th of January. That's what it's telling you. But it's not going to have it right now because it's not booked. Once it's booked, it'll give you the options and then you can put them in there. The amenity codes, let me see. Here we go. The amenity codes is basically like what you can offer a group. Automatically, it's going to give you the free cabin after the 10 berths, and it disperses it between them just like every group does. But on top of that, after so many cabins are booked, you get amenity points as it continues, right? So right here, it tells you 2 amenity points, 3, and you can go in here and pick these. But they also have this for us, bonus commission. Yep, we can use these too. They have all these great perks of just booking. We like that. All right. And then we have here, ignore this part right here. If you want to email the report to yourself, you can. But then they have the bulk due and then they have the final payment. So that's pretty much all you can do when you first go in and request a group. And then after that, you go in and book the room separately. But that's how you start right here. You just hit submit and then you're good to go. Okay. So that's all I really have to show you guys. It's pretty easy. It's just like Princess and all the other ones. If you have trouble, just call them. Just let them handle it for you. Don't stress yourself out, all right? But they are a cruise line that we really start selling. They have some good deals. We just saw a 9-day cruise for only $3,000 for 2 people. And this is a luxurious cruise, and it included gratuities, and it had a $2 onboard credit. We can sell that. That's easy. We can get some buyers, right? So, did you guys like about Cunard? Comment below. What do you like about Cunard? What do you think is going to help you start selling Cunard? If you have questions, feel free to comment them below. But I want to get your feedback. I like this cruise line. Do you guys like them? This is fancy. Look at this pretty, look, girl. This isn't our usual cruise line. We need to push this. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. Comment what's your favorite part about Cunard and how you're going to push them. Or if you have anything that you want to throw in there, go ahead. And I will see you tomorrow, where we are going to do Disney next. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to head over to my studio now. If you have questions, drop them there. If not, I will see you back tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST, where we are going to do Disney Cruise Line next. Woo! Let's go. Put some fancy music on.